clase, we're going to explain the difference between tener phrases and estar. So remember when we were doing the tener phrases last week, we said tengo hambre, tengo sed, tengo miedo, and in English we would say I am hungry, I am thirsty, I am afraid, I am whatever. In Spanish you don't say that. You say I have hunger, I have thirst, I have fear. Right? Well, sometimes we say I am things, and sometimes we say I have things. And how do you know which is which? Well, it's mostly a task of memorization, which is why we do them in separate weeks. So if you learned that it's to have fear, to have hunger, to have thirst, then just always do it like that. Now the other ones, so those phrases, if you learn those, then everything else is a star. But the biggest difference that is between them is that in Spanish, if it's a noun, you have to have it. So you use the tener with a noun. A noun is a person, a place, or a thing. So hunger or thirst or fear, that's what you have in Spanish. And the nouns never change, right? So hambre, sed, miedo, those are nouns. They're hunger, their thirst, their fear. So in Spanish, you don't say I am hungry. You say I have hunger, I have thirst, I have fear. And they convey the same message as I am hungry in English. But you say it differently in Spanish because it's actually a noun in Spanish. It's not an adjective. So when it is an adjective, then you use a star. So in Spanish, you are attributes, but you have nouns. When it's an attribute, it has to match feminine, masculine, singular, and plural with the person who is being that attribute. So, for example, let's look at the lista de vocabulario en la página 98 for some examples. But for example, estoy aburrido. So if I was a guy, I would say estoy aburrido because I'd make it masculine, singular, because I would be one person, right? But if I'm a girl, estoy aburrida because I'm describing myself, my attribute. And then estamos felices, we are happy. So we're plural people, so we have to make sure that feliz is plural. Or ellos están enamorados, so they are in love. You have to have the plural in the masculine because it's plural. And it's they, and it's a guy and a girl, so it's going to be in the masculine form. So let's look at some of the vocabulary for estar phrases que está en la página 98 en sus libros de texto. Estar aburrido. So when you're bored, you say I am bored. But you have to make sure that you match it feminine, masculine, singular, plural because it's an attribute, it's not a noun. Estoy aburrida. Estoy cansado or estoy cansada. Remember we said tengo sueño or estoy cansado. Tengo sueño is specifically for just it's late and I'm tired. But you can say I'm tired this way, estoy cansado, for it's late and I'm tired, or you can say it for like I'm tired of walking, or I'm tired of hiking, or I'm tired of working. So like something has actually tired you out, that's not just the hour of the day, if that makes sense. So that's the only difference between these two. It's kind of subtle, but if you're interested, that's what it is. Estar casado, to be married to someone. Casado. Yo estoy casada. Mi esposo está casado. Nosotros estamos casados. Contento. Content. Exactly like it sounds. To be content. So estoy contenta. Estoy contenta. All of these faces are content to a certain degree. So it means happy, but on a more like deeper, subtle level. Estar enamorado. I think that one speaks for itself. To be in love. Estoy enamorado. Estar enfermo. Estoy enferma. To be sick. Estar enojado. Enojado or enojada. These two faces are enojados. Él es enojado. That makes sense. So if it's plural, it has to be plural. And then if it's singular, it's singular. Estar nervioso. So nervous. These pictures aren't the best for nervous, but I couldn't find anything else, so there you go. Nervioso kind of speaks enough for itself because it's so close to English. Muy bien. Ocupado. Most of you should probably be familiar with this word already, so estoy ocupado or ocupada, busy. Preocupado. Preocupado is worried. There's a difference. So preocupado, preoccupied. Think. Triste. Estar triste. Notice that this word does not end in an O. So it's a neutral, so it doesn't have to change to masculine or feminine, but it does have to change singular or plural depending on how many people are sad. Okay? Muy bien. And that's it for today. Hasta pronto. Adiós.